Hey, Salvador Briggman here. Welcome back to the Crowdfunding Demystified YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about crowdfunding, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and also setting up your own online store. So if you're trying to set up an online store to sell products online or build your own e-commerce business, I think you're going to like today's YouTube video because we're going to be carrying two of the juggernauts. We're going to be comparing them in the ring today when it comes to Wix and when it comes to Shopify. So this is honestly the easiest time in the world. The history of the planet, this rock which we are on, right? The history of the planet, this is the easiest time in order to set up an online store. It is so simple, my friends, and today I want to just compare these two and figure out which one is best for you. So let's get into it. Let's get down to the brass tacks of this video, and it's coming up right after this. Okay, so again, my name is Salvador Briggman. I do this YouTube channel. I also do a podcast. I've written 10 books in the industry. I also have a website, crowdcrux.com, where I share my blog articles. I share different tips, advice, all that kind of stuff you can find at CrowdCrux. So that being said, let's begin to talk a little bit about this. So for you as an individual who's trying to set up your online store, trying to set up an e-commerce business, you're trying to sell products online, again, the easiest time in the world to do this, my friends. When I was first getting started setting up online stores, I had to actually hard code a lot of the stuff, and I honestly really was not the best programmer, and it was a nightmare. It was so frustrating. It was like, I don't even want to have to do another store here. So it's progressed so much when it comes to the industry to be able to set up online stores. It is almost like a no-nonsense ability when it comes to this. So let's kind of get started here with Wix. So first of all, Wix was started actually as a website design tool. So this is actually really important because the way that a company starts really influences the solutions that it builds in the future. And you'll see how this is actually a big dichotomy between Wix and Shopify. So first of all, again, it was made to make website building very simple and very easy, right? And the way they do that is through drag and drop interfaces, through real-time editing, and it makes it so that if you're just trying to set up a portfolio site, a business site, a blog, anything like that, it is very simple, very easy to do, just picking from one of their different themes that are out there. And then probably someone in a boardroom meeting, or maybe their founder was like, I have an aha moment. I want to make this available for e-commerce stores. So they kind of took all of that functionality, which they learned how to do, drag and drop interface, etc., the themes that they have access to, types of websites that they can help you build, and they brought that over to the world of e-commerce. And with that, they also brought something else, which is artificial design intelligence. Okay, artificial design intelligence, ADI, it's basically a way that you can very quickly assemble a website, an e-commerce site, using this ADI concept, which they are pioneering at Wix. And that's basically where you can put in a URL, and it's gonna gather all of the different text, images, video, and it's gonna assemble it into a website for you very quickly. And then you just have to go in and you kind of have to correct any of the different little mistakes maybe or in layout that you would like to change when it comes to the ADI rendering. So this is something that to me is very new. I see more companies doing this as well, like Microsoft is doing this great, I think, with Microsoft PowerPoint. And we're just gonna continue to see this happening again and again as artificial intelligence kind of almost percolates throughout all these different software tools that we know and love. So first of all, when it comes to Wix, this for me is going to be a great solution for those of you out there in the audience who are looking to set up a website quickly, who are looking to set up an online store very easily, either using ADI, picking from a theme, picking from a template, or in some cases, assembling it yourself. I would not recommend doing it yourself, honestly, because just to drag and drop everything there, it is extremely time consuming. And also, I'm the same type of person, man. Like, I want to do and design my own stuff. I'm a creative thinker, right? I like to have my fingers in that pie, right? And understand how things are working. However, you got to design it for mobile. You got to design it for laptops. You got to design it for tablets. You got to make sure it looks great. And you also have to adhere to design principles. So to me, it makes a lot of sense if you're just getting started to actually pick from one of the easy themes when it comes to Wix. And also you can install some of the different apps that are available there on the marketplace just to soup it up a little bit. So this is for people that are hobbyists and you're looking to sell a new product on the side and just generate a little bit of extra income. This is for people that it's really your first time store and you just want something that's easy to begin with. And maybe you're looking to build a 5-figure store, a 6-figure store, and kind of not go much beyond that. You just want something that's kind of like generating extra revenue. Maybe you could also quit your day job at a certain point in time. I think that Wix is a really good solution for that. I also think it's good if you want to do drop shipping or you want something that's very simple. Again, then you can edit in real time the text on your actual website. You have that full control, and also you can install, like I said, some of those easy apps. Okay, so there are, of course, the limitations, like I said, and the fact that you have a drag and drop interface can be great, but it also means you can't always build necessarily the robust kind of solutions that you might like to, right? So there are limitations in that way. It's also not going to be great necessarily if you're trying to do a huge store with lots of staff that need to work on this, and you're working with different coders and designers and that kind of different stuff. You want to have a full range of customization when it comes to HTML and CSS. Probably not going to be the best solution for you. So if you are interested in getting started with Wix as a solution, you want something that's easy, very drag and drop, and also you're just kind of something you're just looking to get started with or build some extra income, I think this is a good solution for you. You can go check out down below. The link will take you directly to Wix, where you can begin to explore some of the functionality that is there. If you go through that link, it's also a thank you to us putting out videos like this for you, because we will get a small commission at absolutely no expense to you if you decide to use that link down below. So thank you so much if you decide to do that. Again, the link is down below in the description. Want to take all the stress out of fulfilling your Kickstarter rewards? Fulfillment is the turnkey solution that puts product delivery on autopilot. The Top Campaigns uses trusted high-tech provider to store, package, and ship their products. Focus on growing your business. Leave shipping to the experts. Don't wait. Get a custom quote from Fulfillment today. Link in the description. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Shopify. Now, Shopify is different in that, in terms of their history, they actually got started, first of all, with e-commerce. They didn't come from a website development background or something like that. They actually got started with e-commerce. Why is that important? That's important because it really went and sort of, to me, just underlies their entire design philosophy, which is the fact that because they got started with e-commerce, they decided to go about solving this problem in a very different way. So Shopify actually kind of went out there. I think that, honestly, with the founding story, they began with snowboards and they kind of went from there. So they actually were selling snowboards online. They're like, there isn't any good solution out there to actually sell products in general. And then they created the platform from that. So it obviously comes now into $1 billion company. But that being said, one of the biggest differentiators is the fact that with a Shopify store, number one, the app marketplace is way more robust. It is way more robust. There are more apps you can use in order to extend the functionality of your online store. Now, at the same time, what does that mean? That means that it's a lot more pricey. There's a bigger investment that you have to make if you are setting up a Shopify store. Unfortunately, this is just how it is. When you're extending the functionality of the store, you're gonna have a bigger investment on a monthly basis when it comes to your Shopify store. So first of all, lots and lots more apps. This is great for you if you're a pro user, if you're advanced, if you're going into e-commerce, and you really want to just have all the different bells and whistles, all the different ways to convert people from visitors into customers, as well as to help you with a lot of the other different things when it comes to analytics, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to logistics, etc., and even nudging people into buying more product. And you can check out some of my videos out there on Shopify. Go and browse through my channel, and I talk about a lot of these apps and tools and different themes that you can use in order to do that. So number one, lots and lots more apps, right? Number two, when it comes to this, you can actually edit the HTML and the CSS of your different themes. So there's a lot more customization ability when it comes to a Shopify store, which can be quite attractive to those of you out there that are trying to build something that's larger, a larger vision for your e-commerce business. In addition, the whole editing is a little bit different when it comes to Shopify when you compare it to Wix. How is it different? Well, it's different in the fact that with Wix, it's really a real-time editor, and it's called a front-end editor, where you're editing the actual text, for example, and it's rendered automatically in real time. For Shopify, it's more of a back-end editor where you're making those changes, you have to save them, you have to publish them, and then it actually renders on the actual Shopify website. So this is a different way of basically just going about making changes. And personally, I do prefer more of the Shopify way of doing things. That's also kind of, to me, likens between like WordPress and Squarespace, right? I prefer more of like a WordPress kind of feel where I have a lot more customization, I have a lot of plugins, I have the ability to edit HTML and CSS if I want to, or get a developer involved, and there's a lot more customization ability, robust marketplace, and a lot more powerful for scaling to a website that has millions of visitors, right? However, with Squarespace, you also kind of have some of that, but it's a lot different. It's a lot more aimed at the beginner. It's a lot more aimed at someone that doesn't want to tinker under the hood when it comes to their car. If you know what you're doing and you got a great, beautiful car, there's obviously no reasons why you wouldn't want to learn more and go into the engine and maybe do things yourself. But if you're just kind of a beginner, you might take it just to the shop and get it done that way. So it kind of really depends on you, what you're interested in. But I would say that number one, if you are someone who wants to build a larger e-commerce store, you want access to lots of themes, functionality, etc., lots of different plugins, lots of apps that can actually extend the functionality of your store, and you're willing to make that investment, I think it makes a lot of sense to go with Shopify because, again, this could be something that you are scaling and that's with you for the next 10 years. I really do firmly believe that the Shopify platform is going to continue to prosper for over the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years when it comes to this, and it's just going to continue to get better and better and better. So if you're trying to build a website for the long haul, you're willing to invest in it, and also you want to kind of get more into the nitty gritty with that customization, I think Shopify makes a lot of sense there. I would call you more of a pro user or a serious e-commerce seller, someone who's either trying to sell their own products, other people's products, drop shipping, and we do kind of have more of a slant, honestly, on this channel to creating your own products and creating your own brand, but that, of course, is up to you. So I think that Shopify in this case would be the winner, and you can check them out at the link down below when it comes to starting your first Shopify store. It'd be so incredible if you go through that link, because not only can you set up a store without a credit card and without very much information, but also it's a way to thank this channel for being the kind of the beginner when it comes to your e-commerce journey. If you go and click that link down below to Shopify, you'll be taken there. You can set up your account, and if you decide to go on one of their plans, we'll get a very tiny commission at no expense to you whatsoever, which we just put into to making killer videos for you and putting out some free content to help you with your e-commerce journey. If you really want to ignite your e-commerce store, I'm coming out with a completely new step-by-step end-to-end system to show you exactly not only how to set up your e-commerce store, but also how to get it running on autopilot and really ignite this thing, get tons of marketing appeal when it comes to getting traffic, getting visitors, converting those visitors into customers, everything that you need in order to build a 5, 6, or 7-figure brand. I am chock-full full and putting this all into this program, which I'm going to be coming out with in the next couple of months. So it's still under development. I'm still working on a lot of different things, and it's so exciting to see some of the responses when it comes to the content so far. But if you really want to ignite your e-commerce store, you want to set this thing up right, and you also want to scale beyond those initial visions, maybe which you have, to something larger. This could be a really great solution for you. Even if you're just a hobbyist and you want to get started the right way, even if you're just someone who's trying to make a little bit of income on the side and maybe one day quit your day job. I think that the way that I explain a lot of these concepts, the way we get into the nitty-gritty when it comes to techniques and tactics that are designed to work and get you results, more traffic, more people buying your products online, I think this is honestly a no-brainer. So if you want to learn at least when this comes out, you can join the waitlist down below to ignite your e-commerce store. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, go and check out that waitlist if you want to learn more, and also the links for Wix and Shopify to start your online store and start your e-commerce journey today. My name is Salvador Briggman. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you had a great time on this video, and I will see you next time.